We have some major breaking news as Sam Mayer and Junior Motorsports have lost their disqualification appeal from Talladega with NASCAR. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. As I just sent us in, we got some massive and major breaking news as it has been officially announced that Sam Mayer and Junior Motorsports have unfortunately lost their appeal with NASCAR when it comes to their disqualification. If you need a little bit of a backstory and context, basically on Saturday, Sam Mayer was disqualified after crossing the line of 16th place at Talladega Superspeedway. Sam Mayer had been officially disqualified by NASCAR because the rear end was too low in the car. Then it was announced on Monday afternoon that Junior Motorsports was going to be appealing that, and that appeal was heard earlier today. It was confirmed earlier today, like I said, that Junior Motorsports and Sam Mayer have lost their appeal. According to Bob Pockris, appeals panel rules in favor of NASCAR in the Sam Mayer DQ from Talladega. He remains DQ'd and there is no further appeal. Continuing on from this story, the panel found that NASCAR used standard inspection procedures at Talladega Superspeedway on October 5th, 2024 on the number 1 NXS car and found rules 14.7.3, .2, and .2 in violations. Mayer's car was too low on rear heights. The panelists involved were Dixon Johnson, Bill Mullis, and Shauna Robinson. Multiple names that have been, of course, part of the panel in the past. Bill Mullis, who kind of like the finals appeals officer, was also involved in this as well. Now, obviously, Junior Motorsports, they were going to do whatever they could to try to go and win this appeal. Obviously, Sam Mayer is currently competing in a playoff spot. And coming out of the race before the disqualification, Sam Mayer, I believe, had been up by 13 or 16 points. Now, actually 10 points, but now because they have lost their disqualification appeal and the disqualification stands, Sam Mayer is now 10 points or 13 points below the cutoff line. That means Sam Mayer either needs to win the Roval or hope people in front of him end up struggling. Now, the good news for Sam Mayer is Sam Mayer did win the last time we were at the Charlotte Roval in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So I do think Sam Mayer is going to have a chance and opportunity to go out there and win. Now, usually we don't see disqualifications change. We did see this last year. Ryan Blaney had gotten disqualified at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Team Penske did try to go and appeal it, and actually won their appeal against NASCAR. We've seen not Sam Mayer, but Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch try to appeal their disqualifications at Pocono a couple years ago. Chase Elliott, of course, went on to win because of that, and unfortunately, they lost their DQs, and they didn't go to a final appeal. Speaking of which, like I said a second ago, they are not going to appeal it once again, so everything stands. So what does this mean for the playoffs? Well, AJ Allmendinger will stay up 7 points above the cutoff line. Justin Allgaier 7 points below. He was, I believe, 18 or 19 points below after the race for the disqualification. And Shane Van Gisbergen, most notably, goes from being 21 points below, now only 10 points below. So that is a big change for sure for SVG. We can now focus on that. Again, I really didn't think there was going to be a chance and possibility for them to win, especially when it comes to post-race tech. Usually NASCAR is kind of on point with that. Yes, they've had a lot of issues in other areas, especially when it comes to officiating, among other things, but usually you don't have that issue. Now, that being said, there's going to be a lot of people going to bring up the fact that RFK Racing had the roof rails missing on their car, and we'll bring that up a second because NASCAR did miss this, and Denny Hamlin brought this up on Actions at Metal. Both RFK Racing cars had the roof rails missing. Now, Brad Keselowski had passed post-race inspection. I think a lot of us were wondering if they're going to take it back to the R&D Center, take a look at that. NASCAR never did, and there's no penalty for both of the RFK Racing cars. So that's something NASCAR will definitely have to look at for sure. But because of how vague their disqualification, basically them sending that letter out that they were going to be appealing it, the fact it was so vague was going to give them less of a chance and opportunity to go out there and win. And I feel disappointed for those guys, but at the same time, you break the rules and you have that go in your wrong favor, you unfortunately are going to lose this kind of stuff. So while I do feel bad for Sam Mayer right here, he at least has a really good track he's going to, right? Like I said, Sam Mayer, very good at the Charlotte Roval, one of the best road course racers in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. While he hasn't won a road course race this year, like he last year where he won 3 road course races, I think he's going to have a chance and opportunity to win the Roval with how fast Junior Motorsports and, like I said, the JRM cars have been really strong at these types of tracks. And again, some of the other guys get in a big way. This also means the official confirmed that Chandler Smith, he's advanced to the next round. Had they lost the appeal or actually won the appeal, Chandler Smith would only be about 3 or 4 points in locking his way in, and it would have definitely fluctuated everything. This also means, I believe, Austin Hill's 37 up. Cole Custer's also 37 points up. They're both looking really good going to the next round. I believe a couple other guys are also very close to locking their way in as well on points, and this also really doesn't change much for a lot of those guys. But now, like I said, for Sam Mayer, just go out there there and focus on trying to win the race at this point, or go focus on doing the best you can and get yourself in a good position? Because I don't think he needs to go out there and win the race, because 13 points below is not the end of the world, and some of the guys above the cutoff line I really don't trust on road courses compared to some of the guys like, for instance, Riley Herbst. I don't really trust on a road course fully. He's been decent on road courses this year, but I don't fully trust that he is going to be up there running up front on basically the whole entire race. I also think at this point for Sam Mayer, you got to go for points. You got to go for stage points at this point. It might take you out of contention maybe for the win, but you got to go for stage points at this point if you want to have a good chance and opportunity to go out there and win. Again, this definitely is a really big story, and it does have a big effect on the rest of the week. Sam Mayer's team now has focused on other areas to try to go out there and compete. So now the goal, like I said, is to go out there and try to win the race or try to get as many points as possible. I think they've got a chance to do it. We'll see how they end up doing. We'll see if they can do well and see if they can get all the points back they can. They lost 20 points because of disqualification, so they'll have some work to do on Saturday afternoon in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, but I do think Junior Motorsports is going to put all their effort into that. And also, you've got two JRM cars that are on the bubble making it. Justin Allgaier is only 7 points below. I think how fast Allgaier has been on road courses in the past, I do think Justin Allgaier's got a really good chance and opportunity. But all four guys below, they're good at road courses. Parker Kligerman, another guy below that cutoff line, another driver that's really good. You also got some guys above, though, that are good. Sheldon Creed's pretty solid. Austin Hill's underrated at road courses. Chandler Smith, who's already locked in, don't have to worry about him. There's some guys that are racing this weekend that are going to be very fast and really strong, and I think it's going to be very exciting to see how everything plays out, but definitely a wild story for sure. Again, big story nonetheless. We've seen these kind of things rescinded. NASCAR's kind of had to try to change the appeal procedures in the past, and everything's going to stand at this point for Sam Mayer and his team. Well, is a tough break for the team and organization. Now the main focus for them is to just focus on trying to go out there and win races or win a championship. They got to make it through this round, and I'm not exactly sure, so we'll see how they end up doing, and we'll see if they can run really well this week and advance. But nonetheless, they have lost their appeal with NASCAR. So that is going to be it for today's special breaking news report. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links are below that, and comment your thoughts on today's episode. Where do you agree with NASCAR decision to go ahead and uphold the appeal disqualification, or do you think they should have won their appeal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later today on the channel, see the NASCAR Xfinity Series race picks for this weekend at the Charlotte Roval, and then of course tomorrow, see a Cup race pick for the Bank of America Roval 400 on the channel, followed by the paint skin video as well. Friday, there's going to be a NASCAR news video discussions over the course of the last couple of days. Trust me, we got to talk about 2311. There's more stuff that's come out about that when it comes to injunctions, litigation, among other things. There's also going to be some other content dropping this week. There will, of course, be Xfinity Series race review from the Charlotte Roval. We'll have SVG videos dropping, unless, of course, he goes to Victory Lane. And we're just going to have a lot of great content dropping this weekend that I can't wait for you guys to check out. Going to be really exciting, really fun. I do think there's some big stuff coming down the pipeline, so we'll see when all that gets announced and released. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.